There we go. Okay, we're good to go. So one of the first things we're going to do is we'll run right through some of those scales and get ourselves organized with that, okay? And that's going to be that scale pattern right off of the website, and I'll bring it up. But first, let's play it a little bit. Okay, and forgot where I put my ukulele. All right, so I'm going to play that scale pattern, and I'm going to do, I'll do my D. So first thing we've got to do is establish the names of the notes on the third string to walk through that sheet that's on my website. So we'll play our third string open, and then our second fret, which is D, E on our fourth fret, F is on our fifth fret, okay, G is on our seventh, A is on our ninth, B is on our 11th, and C is on our 12th, okay? So that's the names of our notes. Now our finger picking pattern, or pardon me, our scale pattern that we can play is this. I've got my, just using it off my second fret, so I'm using my index finger, and then I skip a fret and play with my ring finger, okay? And then on the next string, I play with my index finger, middle, and then my baby. And then on my next string, it's index, ring, baby finger. Okay, so that's the pattern. Now, because I started here, that's my D. Now, if you want to know the names of all the notes that you are playing with that scale, that's the other part that I put down right next to that, where it says D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, next to number 2. So that tells you the names of all the notes that you're playing when you're playing this pattern. When you're playing that pattern right there on the second fret. It's a total little roadmap for you guys. That's what I did up. It's kind of nifty. So I'm going to bring it up now, and we'll just take a look at it and make sure that it all makes sense. I'm learning how to use a new program, so next week things will probably be looking different from your side of the screen. I hope, if I have done my homework right. We'll find out. All right, so there's the 2. Does everyone see this screen, the scale pattern? Sure, yeah, okay. So there's 2, that means our second fret. We know that that's lined up right because there's our note D, and there it is over here on the pattern, on the fretboard chart. So if you use this pattern over here, that finger pattern for the scale, and play it based on the second fret, now you know the names of all the notes that you're playing there. So I'm going to go through and play it and say those note names. And if you're looking at the pattern that I've got here on the right-hand side with the blue dots, there's 2 dark blue dots. Those just tell you the names of the scale, right? So if you play with that on your second fret, then that dark blue note on the third string is going to be a D. It just helps to kind of anchor you a little bit, is what I'm hoping. All right, so let's play. Oh, I've got a chat. Let me check it out. Oh, you love the chart? I had so much fun making the chart, you guys. I loved it. Now, if you want to know where I went to make the chart, I would be happy to share the free website with you. We can always do that at the end, and I'll show you where you can go all crafty. All right, let's play that scale. I know you can't see my hands very well right now, but I'll play it, and I'm going to say those note names as I go. And I will stand up nice and close to the screen so that however big you've got my image, you've got my fingers right there, okay? So second fret on third string, that's where we're going to start that pattern. So we're going to play 2nd fret, 3rd string, which is a D. Okay, and now we're moving up to our next note, which is on that 4th fret. Okay, and that's your E. Walking over to your 2nd string, fret 2 with your index finger, there's your F sharp. And then middle finger goes down on the 3rd fret for your G. Baby finger on that 2nd string, fret 5, it's your A. Focus on that A today, you guys. We're going to be using that fret. Okay, so, 1st string, 2nd fret is your B. 4th fret is your C sharp. And then 5th fret with your baby finger is another D. And that's why that one is a dark blue dot as well. Okay. So now a test, because there's got to be a test. What we're going to do is we're just going to move it up to our 4th fret. Okay, so it's not really a test so much as applying what we've learned. 4th fret. Therefore, this pattern on the right-hand side of the screen, that scale pattern, is now based on our 4th fret. We know that because we've got our fretboard chart sitting there in the middle, and we can see there with that nice little kind of teal colored dot there with the E on it, tells you that's your E. I'm going to say all these notes when I play. And the test is if you can just kind of follow along with me, really. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of coffee before I do it, though. Everyone else might want a sip of coffee, too. Let's focus here. Okay, let's do it. I'll stand up close to the screen so you can see what I'm doing. I'm on my 4th fret. Here we go. Index finger on that 4th fret. Everybody ready? You guys are looking good. Here we go. So there's 4th fret, E. Ring finger goes down to the 6th fret, which is F sharp. Index finger goes to the 2nd string, 4th fret, so that's G sharp. Now the next thing we do is we put down our middle finger, A. Baby finger goes down on 7th fret, just following that pattern. Okay, there's your B. Index finger crosses over to the 1st string, 4th fret, C sharp. Ring finger goes down on that 6th fret, so that's D sharp. Baby finger goes down on the 7th fret, E. Okay, so did that. I'm going to stop sharing. I want to take a look at you guys. Did that make sense? Kind of, sort of, kind of, yeah. Because now's a perfect time to ask questions. I'm looking, I see. Just thumbs up. You guys got it? Okay, now test yourselves. Play it as, let's see, now I'm going to pull up one. Okay, I'll share the screen again. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to play it as a G major scale. So go through the steps that I did. Hit the middle part there and see what fret you need to be on for your G on that 3rd string. And then apply that scale pattern to that 7th fret. Oh, you guys got it going on? Awesome. Yeah, good. Okay. So once you've got the location, the fret, and you've got that finger picking pattern down, you don't necessarily have to say all the note names as you go, because that can be hard at first. So I'm going to help you out and say those note names with you. Okay. But you guys
Tina?
Yep.
Quick question. So this is the same pattern for all the major scale?
Moving up and down this 3rd string. Yes, I'm always going to qualify that stuff, right? Oh, because this is just a movable scale pattern. It will be different in different locations.
So if you start on the 3rd string or 3rd string, this is the pattern.
For this style, yeah.
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 Okay. Thank you.
Hear me wiggle and qualify that? But for this particular exercise, yes. Absolutely. This movable scale pattern doesn't change. You just take this scale pattern and plop it over top of the 7th fret for that G. And then what happens is you get to know your notes in different positions, especially when you're comfortable enough putting that scale pattern on top of that 7th fret and then looking over here and saying those notes as you go. So let's do that. Let's hit our 7th fret G. I think everyone's probably got that. And I'm just going to play it with my thumb because we're just looking at notes. That's all we're doing, right? So 7th fret, it's now our G major scale, and it's still that same major scale pattern. So think of this as a 3-string major scale pattern, okay? And here we are at the 7th fret. Got that index finger there. Here we go. So G. I'm going to pluck it a couple times. Okay, ring finger on the 9th fret as per the pattern. So A. Okay, now we're going to move over to the 2nd string, fret 7 with our index finger. And that's a B. Middle finger goes down, C. Okay, now we've got our baby finger down on our 10th fret for D. Okay, let's go over to the 1st string, fret 7. That's our E. Here comes our ring finger on the 9th fret. It's F sharp. It'd be awful if we stopped the scale there. It'd be so unfinished and horrible. Okay, baby finger down on the 10th fret for G. Ah, that feels better. When you're learning these notes, just do it like that. Just play the scale up one way. You know, at least that way you're just saying the alphabet ascending and you get your head wrapped around it. If you do a lot of stuff at once, it's going to be hard. So that's why I'm not making you guys do it backwards and forwards right now. Okay, so I've got, as I'm sharing the screen, I'm able to take a peek at everyone. How did that feel? Do you think it's something where you can practice it at home? Yeah. Well, cool. And maybe you say to yourself, I don't think I can play all these scales up and down and say all the sharps and everything. Yeah, totally. I just put them all there, so I would be totally done with this sheet and be all complete. Pick a scale. Just pick one that you like. Practice it.
I think what happened for me was I figured out that my middle finger only had one job.
Yep. Isn't that awesome?
Somehow the pattern got a little easier.
Yeah, isn't that nice though, right? Middle finger absolutely only has one job. You start to look at it, right? Your index finger is just such a good scale for warming up your fingers and building dexterity, you know? Because everyone gets some work. I would say it's nice because baby fingers sit down there and they get a little bit more work there than the middle. Middle's already pretty strong, right? That's awesome. The middle finger had only one job. Hopefully it can pull it off, right? Mine doesn't always. All right, let's.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On your the 11th for the B, you put a D sharp there. Is that right? Should it be a D sharp or a D? So it starts on a B, C sharp.
Oh, hang on here. Let me play it. 11th fret. Yeah, it should be a D sharp.
D sharp.
Yeah. I'm glad that you asked that because I don't know. You guys probably couldn't see my face, but my eyes just like popped out of my head. I'm like, oh, did I do it wrong? It's good. Keeps me on my toes, man.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that D sharp's on the 11th fret. That's if you can make it all the way up there, right? I mean, I've got a cutaway, so I'm comfortable up there. If you're not comfortable up there, then don't worry about it. I just tried to be thorough without putting in all the extra, like an F sharp scale and all that. Just getting to know those notes, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this now. Mike, we've just been hello and thank you for joining us. We've just been running through the scales. This is a sheet that's on the website, and just talking about how to relate it all to each other, all the three components. So you probably came in at a good time because we just finished crunching our brains real good here.
Sorry I'm late. I have a conflict at 11, so I get to come when I can.
Well, you know what? I'm just thrilled that you're here. This is awesome. We all have conflicts, right? We just slide into these Zoom things when we can, and it's all good. All right, now we got to do, oh gosh, Starry Starry Night. Let's play it. Hey, oh yes. Yeah, Richard, that whole thing that I showed you guys, that's what I use for warming up because it uses all your fingers, right? 3-string scale pattern. You say your note names as you go. You get to know them up and down the fretboard, and it's so good. It just takes a while to get it all, you know? So find, like I said, find a scale that you like. Get to know those note names, but play the pattern up and down your fretboard. And slowly it all starts to come together. All right, so Starry Starry Night, what I'm gonna do before I share the screen, I'm just gonna play it. And honestly, it's for 2 reasons. One is that I always like to check and make sure I wrote things right. And 2, just so you guys can hear, I've arranged it a little bit differently. We'll talk about that. Okay, here we go. I'll just play. Lots of hammer-ons and slides, hey? All right, so that's as far as I've gone with it. I love playing that song so much. Lots of hammer-ons, slides, vibrato. Did I look really intense playing it? Because I pulled up the music, and so I know I was staring at you guys really hard, but I was looking at sheet music. Oh. All right, so my whole plan for you guys with this is we'll just play it as a melody like I was talking about last week, and we'll use skills that you guys have been working on, right? Hammer-ons, probably no bends, but hammer-ons, some little glissandos or slides, and vibrato. Okay, so let's review those, and then we'll play the notes, and then we'll put it all together. So when I'm talking hammer-on, okay, I do this one a lot. I play, and you guys will remember this from the boxes study if you did that one with me. I play my 3rd string open, and I hammer on down to my 2nd fret. When I do my hammer on, things to think about so this is going to be like some technical stuff we'll be doing for a while here. When I do my hammer on, I do not lift my finger back up. This can really mess it up for people. So I do my hammer on, and see how I release that pressure, right? As soon as you do that, if you twitch away from the fretboard, your hammer-on's going to stop. That sound, I mean, as soon as the string stops having contact with the fret, boom, you're done. So when you hammer on, make sure you keep that finger down. It's not going to ring out forever, but it sure is going to sound neat in the song. All right, so that's a big thing. Finger on the tip. And when you go down like that, keep it down. All right, so there's that. When you're looking at the music, something you're going to see is a lot of 5th fret notes on the 2nd string. I'll tell you right now, in case I forget about it later, okay, that's an A right there, okay, which is the same as your 1st string open. Now we've interchanged that note. I think we did that in Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I think we did it in that one, where you could play it on the 5th fret. I could be wrong with the song, but 5th fret or 1st string open, you guys can choose. So when you get the music, if you say to yourself, okay, well, I don't want to play it on that 5th fret of the 2nd string, then it can be the 1st string open. So you just might want to, like, if you've got a pencil there, you might want to make some notes about that, just saying, because I want you guys to play this song the way you want to. I just like the 5th fret so I can do slides and pull-offs and, right? And have fun. All right, and so we got hammer-ons, review that technique. 5th fret on the 2nd string is the same as the 1st string open. Slides. Let's do a quick little review of that. Okay, so this is what I tend to do. I'll be on my 3rd fret and I play my 3rd fret. See that? So I just shift it up. And I don't play the 5th fret again. You'll see that, like when I was playing the song, you might have seen me do this. Although my everything may have dropped down when I was playing because I was pretty into it. But try that. Play your 3rd fret. Slide up to that 5th fret. And do you see how I put on the brakes just at the 5th fret? Kind of stop there. So you want to focus on that. Okay, let's play it now. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm just like, I've been thinking about the song of love. Starry Night. All right, I'm going to set it up as a 1-page view though and make it big so we can look at everything.
We can't print that paper just yet, right?
Oh, you sure can. I've got it up on the website, the whole shebang. Oh yeah. I was on it, you guys. I was awake at 3 o'clock thinking I should get working on that website. And I said to myself, no, go back to sleep. So yeah, should all be there.
Tina,
Yeah.
should it be listed then on the downloads list?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine's not. I've got the last thing that you posted for this was the movable scales, and I haven't got anything after that.
No, it's on there this morning.
It's there. It's
Yeah.
there. I got a copy.
I found it
It's
too.
there. Yeah,
Refresh the page.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what
Refresh the page.
That's what I had to do. I had to refresh my own page. So yeah, because I just pulled it off the website as like I'm just looking at it right from my website as a little double check. So I'll start playing it. And what I've done is I've put in a lot of rests because remember how sketchy it was with the rhythm from Fields of Gold? Like that was tricky, right? So I've changed how I'm doing it now to hopefully make it a little bit easier to follow and also the words. So, all right, so I'm going to start playing right here at Starry Starry Night. And I'm not going to do any slides or hammer-ons there yet. We'll just get to know the notes, okay? Here we go. One, and it's a pickup, so I'm going to count 1 and 2 in, and then I start 1 and 2 and 2, 1, 3 up to your 5th fret. 5, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 5, 3, 1, 2. Next line 3, 5, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 1. Third line now. 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5. True confession. I put the 2, 4 there so you guys could slide, and the 1, 3, 5 because I was just like. Right? All right, so where it says shadows in the hills, I'm going to pick it up from there under the C7. Here we go. 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 4. I gotta scroll. Here we go. On the Catch the Breeze. 1 and 2 and 5 3 1 1 2 3 oh 2. Okay, now let's talk about that rhythm for a second there. Right there under the F chord, bar 11, where I've tossed my blue highlight there. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the counting right now, so it's part of the recording and everything. So there's beat 1, 1 and with that first rest, 2 and under the 5 and 3 is beats 3 and the 1 1 2 is going to be 4 and so we've got, I'll play it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, and you'll know it's an and because even the words are and the, right, and that's where it's quicker there, right? But think about the words. Okay. So and the counting under that would be and Now I'm going to start playing at the beginning of the line at the top of the page here, bar 9, where it says sketch the trees and daffodils. I'll start again there, so we've got some time to build up to the 16th notes. 1 and 2 and oh 3 1 2 3 oh 2 3 4 1 and 2 and 5 3 1 1 2 3 oh 2 1 1 oh 2 oh 2 oh 1 3 1. Okay, so that's the verse. Now the part that I do not have in here yet is the bridge. I mean, we haven't filled it out with chords or anything either, but I don't think we're going to do a lot of fancy finger picking so much as really just enjoying the melody and putting some chords in where we feel like it. Now I want you guys, before we play, part of sight reading a song is to take a look at the rhythm. So we're looking at it, and so the words, now I understand. Okay, those rhythms, we've seen those before, right? That's not a big deal. But what I want you to do is go to the next line under the D minor. Okay, you've got more of those 16th notes there. Okay, so under the word me, I would just write the counting as beat 1. And then you've got a 16th note rest. So I'm going to highlight each one so that you know what to put under it for counting. The word I use to keep my time in there often is Mississippi because it's got 4 syllables. So the one I've highlighted is 1. And under the 2 would be E. Under the 1, and. Under the 3, ah. 1 and 2, E and 1. So 1 and 2, E and just like that. And then under the 5, B beat 3. And then under the next note there, where it's the second part of the word suffered, under the 3 would be an and. For your is 4 and. Okay. And then here comes that rhythm again that we saw in the verse. We've got a 1 and for the word sanity. 1 and 1 and 2, 3. And I think that's all the sketchy rhythms that we have in here. Yep, that's it. Okay, so
Can you do that again, please?
Pardon me?
Can you just go over that little bit again, please? I didn't get it all.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So right under the D
Thanks.
minor there, okay, that's beat 1. So I would just write 1 or 1 and, okay, under the word me. And then the next one here, starting here, this is a 16th note rest. Basically, it's a chance to catch your breath. And all along there, I've highlighted the notes that need to be written as 2 E and 2 E and If you're not sure about that rhythm, that's where Mississippi comes in. So what I'm giving you guys is the counting that I learned in my formal musical education, 2E and up, because it's easy to say. And then under the word suffered, where it has the notes 5 and 3, that's going to be 3 and. So suff, 3, furred, and. And then under the words for your, conveniently, is accounting for and. So handy that it works out with the words. I love it. And then under the word sanity in the next bar, our counting there is 1 and a, 1 and a, 1 and a. One of my students who became a friend of mine and a friend of mine who was an amazing opera singer, they did this song as a duet. It was just spectacular. All right, now let's go back to the top so we can just enjoy the song, right? Okay, so the chorus, top of the chorus is where we're going to start, and I'll scroll down as we go. Here we go, with the words now I understand. So we'll start with the rest. 1 and 2 and 1, 3, oh, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, oh, 1, 3, oh, 3. That's what second line. 1, 2, E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 and a. So it's a little fast there, hey? That's going to take a little bit of work. That's okay. Next line. 1 and 2, oh, 2, oh, 1, 3, oh, 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 1, oh, 3, 1, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, oh, 1, 3, oh. Time to scroll. I think we know the note though. You can hear it, right? 1. Often with songs, when they're coming to a cadence point, do you see the notes for the word listen? Do you see how those notes are like on either side of that first fret F? That's what they're doing. They're teasing your ear. Feels so good to hit that final note, hey? All right, let's play it again, you guys. Okay, I'm going to scroll up. Yep.
Can I ask you a question? So on the second line under the G minor, so you're counting. So it's a 3, O, and 2. So it's 1 and a, and those rest there would be 2. There would be 2, 3, 4.
Oh, can you tell me which line you're on? Is it the chorus or the verse?
Oh, it's around the chorus. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, right here under the word sanity, right there?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 1, oops, for the san part of sanity, 1, and then and then 2, 3, 4.
And then the next one is 1, and then we start playing on the 2.
We start playing on the and of 1. 1, that's an eighth note rest, so we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now this rhythm that we've got down here, I didn't talk about the counting there. We had that one in, so I'm looking at bar 23, second to last line of the chorus, where we've got the words not know how. Okay, so that's syncopated like fields of gold. So in terms of, I've got to change my ringtone back to my son's voice, and I don't know how to do that, so I've got to get my husband to do that. My phone was just ringing, and it just sounds like every other phone now. Oh, so sad. All right, so this 3 is 1, beat 1, and under the word no, it's and 2. Okay, I'm going to play it. 1 and 2 and 3. and then it's tied there and it rings out 3, 4. I'm going to play that a couple times so you guys get the feel of that. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. One more time, and a little bit faster so you can feel it. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Not know how. I've got a first ending written in there because there's going to be a bit more coming, right? So this just goes back to just kicks you back to the verse. The melody is the same there, your first ending. Okay, now I'm going to go back up to the top though. Ready? Oh, I had the sound effect, but I didn't have the page going. All right, here we go. So we'll get to know the notes a little bit more, then we can talk about little decorations we might want to do. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 5, 3, 1, 2. Same rhythm as before. 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We're on line 4 now. 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to scroll right now. Hold my breath. Okay, here we are on bar 11 with the 2 rests. 1, 2, and 5, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to check in before we do the chorus. The 16th note, a little bit there on bar 11 that's still highlighted. How would you guys do with moving your fingers to the middle, or sorry, moving your finger to the 2nd fret? Were you able to get that? Looks like you guys are doing okay there. You look very focused. We're all into this song, like super serious, hey? All right, chorus, here we go. Scroll up. Okay, here we go, right at the top there.
Sorry, Tina, can I just double check?
Yep.
It's Richard.
Yeah.
How many beats are the rests for?
Oh, like right up here?
I'm just say under the G minor or the G minor chord there.
Right here? Okay, so that note, it's the program I use. You know, it can look kind of weird.
Yeah,
That
no,
one,
I just wondered how many counts it is.
it's a 4 count.
4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where sanity, there's
Mhm.
are there 12 beats there after sanity?
So this counts as 1 full beat right here.
Right.
And then we've got beat 2, 3,
Okay.
4. Yeah,
4 and yeah.
that's
okay,
right. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, right on. Nice. I feel like we really got it going on with the counting and working out everything. This is awesome. This is usually what I do when I'm learning a new song. Like I go through, check it out, check out my timing, and then I play. So watch out over here on the 2nd line of the chorus, you guys, as we're getting so serious here. Whoops, under the F here, that open there goes for 2 beats. And then the 3rd fret here goes for 2 beats as well. I was counting it out, but you need to hear it. So I'll do, I'll start at the beginning of bar 18 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so half note, half note under the word say. So count 1, 2, and then 2. There, that word is beats 3 and 4. Depending on how you feel, you may want to write out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Everyone's a little different with that, right? Okay, let's start at the beginning of that chorus now. Here we go. Right, the 2 rests before the words now I understand. 1 and 2 and 1, 3, oh, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest. 3, oh, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 2, E and a 5, 3, 1, 2, 3 and a 2, 3, 4 next line, 1 and 2, oh, 2, 1, 1, 3 under the D minor. Under the G, bar 23, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. What I do right after that open, see if I can do it. Can you guys hear that? My foot stomp? Okay, right here. I'll play 3, 4. Okay, to keep that rhythm going. Next bar under the G minor, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and last line, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest, we start again. But now we're going to add in some hammer-ons. Let's play, you guys. I'll show you how I'm going to play just the beginning part, right there. That O to 2, that's where I'm going to toss in my hammer-on. And you may have heard a little glissando, where I just don't lift up my finger between the 3 and the 5. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment, and I'll show that to you guys. Here I am again. We all look so serious, me included. I'm like total. Well, when I get serious looking, it's usually because I'm having a great time. I know, counter to how you think it should be, but anyway. Okay. So from the 3 to the 5, I just don't lift up my finger. I play the 3, and then up I go. So hammer on from O to 2. I play 1, play 3, don't lift up, go up and play 5. Is how I get that sound. Focused on one part that makes more sense to you, whether it's a hammer-on or playing the 1, 3 and just letting your finger glide up like a train on a track up to the 5th fret. Isn't it fun? Oh my gosh, I love this song so much.
Can you show us where you were again when you played that? Which
I was
part?
at the very beginning of the song.
Okay.
The first 5 notes. What a great way to start it off, right? With a little hammer on, a little slide. Oh, so good. Okay, I'll share it again.
Tina.
Oh, quick question. Might be a dumb one, but can you slide down as well as up?
Oh, you absolutely
Like, can you
can.
slide both ways?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
You betcha. It can be a little bit trickier, right? Like sliding up, kind of, it's like you're driving everything into yourself, so it's a little bit easier. But you absolutely can slide down. Here's some ideas. 5 sliding back down to 3, right? You'll notice when I do that, I play my 5. I'm going to try to do it slow. And then I kind of center myself right by that fret. See how I put on the brakes? See my finger goes like that, and then whoop, you'll see that. And when I go the other way, it's the same sort of thing. I put on the brakes when I get there. There's also a slide down to nothing, which, oh, I love. If you guys want to try the slide down to nothing, we'll just pick a fret to try it. So I'm going to be on, oh, I went out of focus. Come on, there we go. 12th fret on my 4th string, just for the heck of it, okay? I'm going to play, and you'll see my hand somewhere around here, somewhere on the 5th fret, just kind of take flight and leave. Okay, like, Yep. Sherry's got it. Right on. You
So
might
I,
see- Sorry, what's it? Somebody started talking and I muted them by accident.
you know what? I was not unmuted, but I wanted to ask you a question.
Mhm.
Can you hear me? So
Yeah.
when you slide from the 3 to the 5,
Mhm.
you hammer onto the 2, 0, hammer on 2, 1, 3, slide to 5. Do you pluck the 5 again?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wondered. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, yeah, I need to because otherwise the word I feel like it doesn't really come out clearly enough, right? That way.
That's what I thought too. Okay, thanks. I'm going to unmute. I mean.
Okay. So much fun. Okay, so Wendy, I bet you were thinking about the words paint your, sliding from 5 to 3. Absolutely. You guys play it the way you want to, right? Have fun with it. Oh my gosh, it's such a good time. Now, I could be wrong, but I think my coffee just kicked in too. We might start playing the song a lot faster. I'll try to be good though. All right, so let's take a look. Where else do we see an O and 2 that we could hammer on? Third line, shadows on the hills. Right? Look at that. It's the same. So whatever you do to start, it's easy enough to echo that down there. Anytime you see an O and a 2, maybe you want to hammer it on. Maybe every time you see a 3 and a 5, you feel comfortable doing that little glissando up to the 5 and then playing the 5 again. We'll see. Paint a picture with your notes, right? That's the big thing. All right, I'm going to start again, and you're going to hear me do some hammer-ons and some glissandos. You don't have to copy everything I'm doing. I'm doing it to give you some ideas, okay? Here we go. 1 and 2 and O, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. I forgot to talk about vibrato. Oh, I lost my count. Okay, vibrato, we got to stop. I got to show you guys that one last time. Because I use it like, okay, that's where you can wiggle your, so on that second fret again, when we have that 3, 5, 2, that's where I like to use it. I play my note, and it's a little bit itchy. See how I got to scratch it? But I keep rolling that string back and forth across the fret. I don't lift up my finger because I'll lose that sound, right? Just a little twitch. Sometimes, true confession, I think Wendy's got something going on there that she likes. Oh, so cool. Sometimes when I do the 3, 5, 2, you'll hear me play the 3 2 times. Okay, check this out. One way, which is what I've talked about, right? And now the second way, I'm going to make it more slidey sounding, right? So I made more of an intentional slide to that 5th fret. One way, I pluck the 3 once, glissando up to the 5, down to the 2, add a little warble there. Or you might see me do this. 3, pluck again. Here it's a louder slide, back down to the 2. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. All right, so you guys decide how you want to do it, but it's limited really to your imagination, right? Where you add, how you express yourself. We're all gonna play it different. So that vibrato, that was the last thing I'd forgotten to talk about. So now let's do it for real. Let's just play through it. And I might, at the end, I'll play it for you guys again, now that you've got some ideas, right? Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest. 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3. Here comes the third line. 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5. 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4. We're on line 4 now. 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 4. Gotta scroll. Okay, we'll start on bar 11 now. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 5, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2. 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1. You guys hear all the pull-ups I did in there? Look at all those opens. 1, 0, 2, 0. And then I did that little hammer-on thing I talked about. Or I talked about it as a slide, but I did it as a hammer-on there. 1, 3. Back to 1. Okay, let's scroll down. Hopefully you guys are getting some ideas. All right, chorus. 1 and 2 and 1, 3, 0, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 0, 1, 3, 0, 3, 1. Under the G minor. 1, 2 with words perhaps L. And we know it's a 1 on the first fret. There we go. When you guys play this, just really love up those notes, you know, play them the way you want to play them, okay? I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to play it again for you guys. Now just remember, I'm going to be looking at the screen, so I'm going to look all intense, but I'm not really staring all that intensely at you, just at the music. You're going to see slides, bends, vibrato. Oh no, no bends. Slides, vibrato, and hammer-ons and pull-offs. And I'll try to sit like this so you can see everything. All right. It's so much fun to play like that, right? We have a good time. Be flexible with the melody. You know, this is just one version of the notes. I mean, I remember playing one where the rhythm was different when I was younger. It was a bit more simplified. I don't remember the 16th notes being in there, but this is the version that I found that Josh Groban sang. So there's going to be, you know, you might want to move the rhythm a little bit, play it the way you hear it for yourself, the way you feel it in your heart, you guys, the way you feel it in your heart. All right, so slides. I did a lot of slides, hey? And remember at the beginning where I talked about how you can play the 5th fret of your 2nd string, or you can play your 1st string open. There was that part of the page there where it was in the chorus, line 3 of the chorus, under the D minor, where I have the the 1st string open 3 times. I purposefully put it like that so that you guys could decide, right? If you wanted to play it open or if you want to play it on your 5th fret. So I played it on my 5th fret is what I did. Oops. I forgot the notes. That's okay. Have some more coffee. That's what I'll do. All right, so that's our mission. That's our mission for this week, is just to take the skills you guys know and just play with them. And you know, maybe there's some parts where you're like, well, I wish I could hammer on there, but my fingers aren't strong enough yet. Well, they'll get there. Okay, like a 1 to 3, that can be kind of a tricky hammer on, but maybe you sub out a slide. Why not? You know, enjoy it.